All right, welcome to this edition of In the Conference Room with Mark S. Lee. I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy the conversation. As you know, we talk to business leaders from across the great city of Detroit, the state of Michigan, as well as across the country. And thank you for your ongoing support. I'm always blown away about the amount of support that we have for Conference Room. And clearly, I'd like to say we fill a void in this city because a lot of people talk business in local newscasts and other forms of media, but we give you in-depth conversations with business leaders from across the city of Detroit. So, without further ado, I want to introduce Ms. Shahida Mausi, and she's the president of the Right Productions, and we're going to talk about a legendary venue here in Detroit. Shahida, thanks for joining me in the conference room.
Hi, Mark. It's so good to see you always.
Oh, if you want to flip your phone, we got
Oh,
you in
okay.
vertical. There you go. There you go. I
Oh,
said, whoa. Always good to see you as well. And the president of the Right Productions, a brief overview of the Right Productions for everyone.
well, the Right Productions is a city of Detroit based business. We've been in business for pushing 30 years. So we'll be celebrating that probably next year for our 30th anniversary. And we've been managing and operating the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater now for 22 years. So it's our pleasure to be able to bring top entertainment to the city of Detroit and surrounding areas and invite, our family, friends, and neighbors to come down to the river when the weather is beautiful and just enjoy a great, great, great time.
Yeah, and let's talk about the amphitheater, the Aretha, for those from across the country who are tuning in. Obviously, a lot of people in Detroit know about it. Kind of give us a broad stroke history in terms of it went from obviously another name to where it is today. Kind of give us a broad stroke history of the amphitheater.
Well, the amphitheater is actually 40 years old this year, and
40
it has
years.
gone through three build outs. It started with just a slab on the river for a stage and a hill. And it is now a 6,000 seat amphitheater with 5,000 seats covered, 1,000 seats on the lawn. And it's the only venue in the world that we know of where the stage looks through the stage, you look out and see another country.
Yeah.
So the boats come in the background, Windsor's in the backdrop. Again, a summer breeze. It's wonderful. This is a City of Detroit owned facility. And the land actually came in part from the state of Michigan some 40 years ago. So the Wednesday nights are really a testament to public private partnerships. It's the best entertainment by bar none in the region because on Wednesday nights the top ticket is $50. That's
Mm.
because yeah, for two national acts. That doesn't happen by accident. That happens because the government, when the land was granted, required that there be affordable shows here, and we have
Mhm.
maintained that as a principle, as a policy here under the Right Productions at the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater. So it's the best buy. Don't get scammed by the resellers and whatnot. Come to the box office, get a $50 ticket for two national acts, and enjoy your life.
And you're just kicking off the summer season's just kicking off. Obviously, the first day of summer officially is in a couple of days, in a few
I'm
days.
waiting. I'm waiting. I can't
I
wait.
know, I can't wait. In fact, it's a beautiful day today. Thank goodness the sun is shining. We
Yeah.
finally turned the corner. But and by the way, as an aside, I was just down at the amphitheater. I emceed a program on behalf of the Detroit Public Schools, DPS, recently, and it recognized and acknowledged the all the high school champions, all the high school teams from this past academic year, and athletes of the year. And to your point, every time I go down there, I was on the stage, just Canada behind me. I'm in awe. I turn around, I just take a mental picture of the view of the Detroit River, looking at Canada. Then I turned around. To your point, the place was absolutely packed with students and student athletes from all of Detroit's public schools. It is truly a phenomenal amphitheater. And as we kind of continue the conversation, you mentioned this is the 40th year and summer's now upon us. What can people expect? What can they expect this year? I know you have the legendary jazz shows, but what else can they expect this year?
Well, we do a total this year of 12 Wednesday nights. And those start at 7:30 and they're done by 10:30. So you can, come to the show and midweek get that hump day happening.
You got that right.
And so the first show was last week with Samara Joy, which was phenomenal. But coming forward, we've got Norman Brown, Najee, Howard Hewitt, Will Downing, of course, PJ Morton, Hiroshima, Evelyn Champagne
Mm.
King, Damian Escobar, who is just phenomenal. If you haven't seen him, you do not miss that.
Yeah.
He's a young violinist, and you think violin? Yes, absolutely. Fantastic.
Mhm.
The Count Basie Orchestra with David Benoit for the for the serious, classic
Oh
music
man.
hits, and Raheem Devon is going to close it out. But those are just the Wednesday nights, and those are just the headliners. So just go to our website, thearetha.com, and find out all of the details about all of the shows. But then on the weekends, we've got Jamie Johnson. This is exciting to me. We're doing Jamie Johnson, and it's a country show. We haven't had that here in a long time.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
looking forward to that. Lettucey, who was, performing during the Super Bowl halftime show this year, and Flock of Seagulls. We're going to do some interesting new things here for the Aretha for a while. It's an '80s show, but it's a good classic music show. Jagged Edge, Tower Power, Fantasia, Clint Black, King George, Maxwell, and Kim. So, and it's still coming. So always check thearetha.com. Download the app. You'll get the notices first.
And let's talk about that. I mean, obviously the Aretha for so long, you've had the jazz shows over the years. You still have it, obviously. And I'm a huge jazz fan, as you know. My brother worked in jazz for a long time here in Detroit, on smooth jazz. Um, but you've expanded into the country sphere. Talk about what drove the expansion into that genre of music. Is it everything that what Beyonce is doing? Is kind of talk about that expansion into that genre of music for the Aretha.
Well, great music is just simply great music. And
Mhm.
there is great country music. And we are just really, really pleased to be able to add country music to the lineup here at the Aretha. A lot of country fans downriver, a lot of country fans downriver. And people were having to go all the way out to Pine Knob to get a good show. You don't have to go that far anymore. Just come on down to the Aretha, support us, enjoy the shows, and we'll bring you more.
What is the first country show, if you will?
It's June 13th. We're right
Uh,
here.
right
Yeah,
here.
right here.
And who is some of the artists that are
That's
coming? The
that's
country
Jamie,
artists.
Jamie Johnson. And then I'm looking forward to Clint Black on July
Jim
12th.
Black.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
classics.
gonna be. And Detroit is such a musical town. In
Mm-hmm.
Music City, we love all genres of music. And I think, from where I sit, it also opens up a new audience to the Aretha. I mean, I'm sure that
Absolutely.
there's part of, I don't want to speak on your behalf, but I'm guessing it was part of your strategy was to continue to open up the venue to all types of audiences to come down and enjoy. I mean, downtown Detroit, the city's hot right now. There's so much going on. Is that part of your strategy to introduce a new
Absolutely.
audience? Yeah, yeah. Any other significant plans down the road as you think about the
One
future
of
of the
my
Aretha?
favorite, one of my
Go
Oh,
ahead. You're
there'll be
saying what you're
more. There'll be more. And
okay.
we'll have other shows that we'll be adding over the course of the summer. But one of my favorite experiences is to watch people who are coming to the Aretha for the first time. As
Yeah.
they come through the door and they turn to the left and they see the stage and the river and the boats and their mouths drop open because it is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. So, come for a new experience. Be it take the adventure, come to someplace you might not have been before. We guarantee you we're going to take good care of you and you're going to have a great evening.
And let's take it beyond the music, right? The
Mhm.
amphitheater itself is actually very involved in the community for community events beyond
Yes.
just, this entertainment. So talk about the community aspect of the Aretha.
We do a lot here. We do graduations, we do things that support the community in a lot of different ways. But one of the things that we're really happy to do is we give, well, this year we gave $15,000 worth of scholarships to young
Mhm.
people. And it was not on, if you got the top grades, you probably got a few scholarship opportunities and some
I did
grant
actually.
opportunities. But
I was
but
fortunate.
but not everybody is in that top tier to get those scholarships. And we want to make sure that all of the students that come through here know that we support their efforts to achieve and to grow. So all you had to do was enter on our website, support, document that you were accepted to college, and then you were entered into a random drawing for $1,000 each. And we're going to do that again next year. And we encourage people to join us in that effort. We also provide a few words of wisdom with that $1,000. Not only what you need to do when you get to college, but some of the things you need to do and not do when you come back from college.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
including, don't wash your white clothes with your red clothes. It'll turn pink.
Darn it,
Just,
I still make that
just,
mistake.
everybody makes the silly stuff that you need to
Right.
know anyway.
That's awesome.
So we
Is that
encourage for
program
people to connect, to support our young people.
now that program is going on this year and will continue next year?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then as we begin to wrap up, I'm sensitive to your time as well. Also, you focus on emerging artists. I mean, so it's not just the national renowned artists coming to the retail. It's my understanding that you focus on emerging artists to give them an opportunity to get exposure to a great Detroit audience.
We do whenever possible. Part of the thing that is real in this world is that, if you develop your social following, your social media following, you're a lot more likely to get that call to open for a national act. You've got to be able to tell your story a little bit. And so we encourage young people to develop that as well while they're developing their art. Or get your cousin to help you with that. Somebody, it's a team that makes this all happen. So that's part of what we do here. Yes, we want emerging artists as well as classic artists like the Count Basie Orchestra, or Jubu, who is the guitar player with or was the guitar player with Frankie Beverly. He's going to be performing solo. So they're interesting things. We look forward to seeing you here a lot too.
Oh, I'm coming. I'll be there. In fact, we've got the schedule as we're talking. We're putting the schedule up on the screen as well for the summer. But 40 years, congratulations, 40 years. I'm sure it'll be another 40 to 50 years. It's going to be outstanding music and entertainment for the city of Detroit and giving exposure to that cultural gem downtown called the Aretha. Shahida Mausi, I want to thank you very much. I know you're busy for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join me in the conference room. Anything that you want to say in closing, by the way?
You know, Life can get stressful sometimes. In the summertime in Detroit, the best place to come and just lay your cares aside
Mhm.
and just enjoy a moment of good living is here at the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater. Come, enjoy it, be a part of the summer, and get rejuvenated for what's coming ahead.
I couldn't say it better. I want to thank you all. You heard directly from her directly, so thank you. I couldn't say it better. I want you to go out and have a great day, make it a great week. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Sit back and relax. Go down to the Aretha. Check out the website again, which is one more time. The website is
TheAretha.com.
thearetha.com. I want you all to go out make it a great day. We will check you out next time we'll end the conference with Marquez Sweetie. Take
Thank
care,
you.
everybody.